Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And
welcome to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for. And it's storming out there.
No, it's not.
It's storming
if
pollen.
there's not a cloud in the sky.
No, it's pollen or whatever it is.
I know.
Leaves.
She goes, it's snow.
Well,
Why
really,
is the air kicking up? The air, we tell it, be quiet. And now it's going to
I don't think you'll hear it still.
All right. Well, if you do, I don't know.
It's air and we need it. You don't want us to die here, do you?
All right. I think, okay, well, maybe before we get into this, we're going to try this episode a little bit different, we want to mention. We back in the first episodes, we did every single thing together, then we started separating. We're just constantly trying to improve and better the podcast, and, we are...
What are you looking at?
I'm thinking. Sorry, I was dazed and I'm thinking. Let's see, we started back on August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
In November, we're going to go ahead on to our 4th month almost.
Yeah, so that was when you review your goals and you check things out, and
50 episodes. That's kind of crazy.
High five, 50.
Woo.
That was a lame high five she just gave me, folks, but that's okay.
I didn't want to do too loud in you guys' ears and things like that.
All right,
So
true.
We noticed that we do end up spending almost like a half hour on the news stuff. And I think to me some of the news is the funniest part because we're not so stuck with doing our shows. And we also don't want to break down the shows so in detail that you can't watch them. We want to do them more like reviews.
This is supposed to be more like
it's a review.
Like a review,
not
but
a recap.
More like a suggested review. Like, like, hey, this is a great show to watch if you like this, and
that's what
make sure you watch episode 3 because it was like the this and that. So
if you're a fan of the wheel watching, it's not going anywhere. And in fact, we actually have a meeting after this podcast to make it even better. All right, so I have 9 pieces of news. Did you count yours?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's the wheel of watching. Sorry, that's not a piece of news. That's just in the wrong spot.
Okay. Well, I think you also have. You said you have 2 of mine, so
2 of yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll just start with my first piece of news because I know you don't.
If you have it, I'll just chime in. That's all.
If you don't know, we are doing at the end of the month we're gonna talk about Anne Hathaway's top 10 movies, basically. And last night, what did we watch?
Princess Diaries 1 and 2.
Well, guess what?
And ironically, I thought I knew those shows. Get some on the side of your head here. No, I thought I remembered them so clearly. Nope, I didn't.
We'll have to get into that in detail because
that's
totally different movie than what I remember. But the 3rd Princess Diaries movie is under development at Disney Plus. Oh, yeah. Literally, you finished and you're like, "Is there a 3rd one?" It's like
I feel like it's time for
Yeah, it's perfect. Jump ahead 20 years now, and we'll see what's going on.
She's got to have a kid married, of course.
Definitely,
so it'll be interesting.
So yeah, that's exciting.
Will it be like the kid taking over the throne? No, the kid can't take over the throne because it's usually somebody dies. That's how you take over the throne. So
we'll see.
Kid wants to go to America or something. Who knows? It'll be interesting.
That will be an interesting one. It's only, I think, in the starts of developing, so nowhere soon. But those movies produce so much faster than Marvel movies and movies like that where there's a lot of CGI and VFX to work. So it could come quicker than we think it would.
Basic movie.
Go ahead.
Mine's just a quick short one. Since you do Dead to Me, and we were following last week that she's probably going to be her last appearance on things. She also why do I want to call her Aguilera? Christina Applegate got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wow, she did really good this season, I will say.
So
I think Linda Cardellini was really good.
Well, she was there. She was the one that actually picked up the thing for her, the thing off of her star because she really couldn't. She was sitting down on the floor because of her MS. She actually lifted it for her. And then her mom from Married with Children was there. David Faustino was there, the brother from Married with Children.
You keep saying it like I know.
Because I know you know him from somewhere. I know you've seen him in something. Who else was there? There was a couple of other people that were there. Yeah, I can't remember who else was there, but it was sweet. They showed it on Instagram, a little video of her doing it, and so that was nice. It's nice to end off the career with
Yeah. Next piece. Angela Kang will be the showrunner for Silk, Spider Society, and it's going to be released on MGM Plus and Amazon Prime Video.
I used to watch. Oh no, that was Silk Stockings. Sorry, go.
No, Silk is a spider person. She is like a Spider-Man kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this. Love her character, so it'll be very interesting to see. This is going to be, I think, part of the Sony multiverse spider people guys, you know, like Venom and all those. So not technically part of Marvel. But either way, I'm still excited. I'll watch anything that's Marvel, especially Spider-Man people. Love that. I'm so excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm still so upset that movie got delayed. But nobody else is excited. I mean, in personal life.
Me?
Yeah. And Dean. I haven't even got Dean. Dean won't even watch the first movie.
I would have to know what's going on to really know that I should be excited for it.
The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is one of the best movies ever.
Is that Miles Morales?
Yes.
I watched it, didn't I?
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Okay, well, I'm not saying don't make it. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Nobody seems excited about it but me.
Okay. Well,
in my personal life. Could you get a little excitement? Maybe we'll have to rewatch the movie.
I'll work on it.
Okay. Go ahead. Take it with your next piece of news while you work on it.
So, I don't know. Have you heard about the rumors with Gabby Wendy and Vinny from the Jersey Shore?
I did see it on the Explore
Dear Jesus,
page.
please no. And I will just go with, it is a no.
Yeah, no. That's what I saw.
Thank God. They had a... You know, if you watch her on the show, you know she's a quirky little character. So she says a lot of things that you would never expect people to say.
No.
Or do a lot of things that
she lets her intrusive thoughts win.
Oh my God. She definitely does things that you would never expect people to do. She's fun time, though. But they had a lot of flirty texts going back and forth on Instagram, and he made a comment about his baby mama or something like that. Congratulations to my baby mama or something. And she said something back. So... You know, thankfully they both denied the rumors and said they're just friends, but they love to stir the post instead of the pot. Like, they love to stir the post, yeah. Which is so her, you know, like... Yeah. Because, like, there was, like, a joke where Val rubs his sweaty chest against Alfonso's face. Yeah. And he had, like, made a plastic thing to protect his face this last time. And she said, how about me next? And she actually put her boobs up against his.
She tries to do it every week, though.
But she got this time because he had the plastic face, I think, is why she was able to do it. So...
Do you have an update to do? Or
it's a new Surface laptop. Laptop's designed by something. I don't know. Who knows? But not now. Anyway, so thankfully that is just all rumors.
Yeah. I don't even know if you heard of this, but Margot Robbie was supposed to be getting her own Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Interesting. Okay.
No longer happening. She said it's not happening anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was supposed to be like an all-female one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it would have been interesting to come from a female perspective, since Johnny Depp is, you know, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're good movies, though. Wait, my pants are
But, you know, I'm a big Margot Robbie fan, so I would have watched it anyway, because I will just watch anything Margot Robbie's in.
I think it would have been good.
Yeah.
Because his movies are good. I'm not going to lie. His Pirates, they're good. Oh, which I think you have this one, too, that Lizzie Savasky.
Yeah, that's
she is one of the Real Housewives of New York City reboot. They announced that she's no longer going to be part of it. Yeah. And it's sad because it's based on the fact that she got an overwhelming amount of anti-Semitic threats. She's pro-Israel, and between Bravo and her, she made the decision to bow out because it was just too much, and she was getting frightened, quite honestly, which is really sad. So since the moment they made the announcement at BravoCon, she thought this would be great because she could show people like what a young, Jewish woman is like, and she maybe could reach people and make them, But she said it was just too much, and she has like little kids and stuff, and she's like, this is just no.
I wonder if they're gonna replace her, or just keep with this.
There's no comment yet about that, but
I don't even think they started filming. That's what I saw.
I don't know. I thought it said it was getting ready to start filming or something, and she said from BravoCon till now, it was entirely, which is sad because like the fact that she hasn't even started filming yet.
Yeah,
but
that's Bravo fans though.
Yeah, they are. They're
a little,
which is scary that like Andy said, I'm Jewish, and that that we have these people watching these shows and loving them, but yet they don't understand that like these are my shows. And
yeah, Pixar has released the first teaser trailer for the Elementals movie. This movie got announced at D23. Basically,
they've had little things on
the
it
little
here
fire
and
person and the little water person. It looks cute. I think it's going to be in theaters, so I'd probably just wait for it to come.
Didn't they also have like a family or something that gets trapped with them? Or am I thinking of a different movie?
Huh?
There's a family that goes through some kind of time something.
Strange World.
Oh, maybe that's. I think
that's what it is. Yeah, that's coming out to theaters as well. I don't know if that's Pixar, but yeah, I don't. Pixar movies are just ones that I'm like, I don't need to go see them in theaters. I'll just wait for it to.
They're good though, but
they are good, but it's just like as expensive as movie tickets are, it's kind of like,
yeah, no,
save up and go see all the Marvel movies, or no. Pretty much.
Well, the way things are coming out on TVs now, you don't need to even like rush to.
No, I don't know if we mentioned this on here, but we were talking about wanting to see the George Clooney and Julia Roberts movie, The Tickets to Paradise. Mm-hmm. You can already buy it on Prime.
Yeah.
Same thing with the other two. What was the other two? I think it was the Sandra Bullock movies that she was in.
Yeah, but those were actually just.
Those are free on Prime.
Listen, it's not really news, but I just got to put it out there because I'm one of those that just needs to know. I don't understand. Pete Davidson, Emily Ratajkowski. What?
I heard a little bit about
what?
that. Yeah.
Like what? How does this guy keep getting these girls? And
someone said because he's funny. I don't think he's that funny though.
I don't know. Look, he was on a little bit of the Kardashians, very little. And the moments that he was on was not that funny. Like he didn't say anything so like, oh, hilarious. I mean, I don't get it. But my thing is, they claim he's a real sweet, nice guy. But here's my thing. So he's with all these, what we consider the most beautiful women in the world, right? Or whatever. And yet, he never lasts with any of them. That's the question you want to ask. What's going on there? That
become a dating rumor podcast.
Well, no, but like that's my question. Is like he gets with them all,
and
but
very
never
serious.
last.
Like Ariana Grande, ready to marry.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. I think he got his name like burned into him.
Yeah, like tattooed or something or whatever. And
all her kids' names.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
I'm googling that. No. That's a no.
Why
would he put the kids' names on his chest?
Cause that's how serious he was, or something.
I don't think so.
Why would you do that, especially after you were with Ariana Grande and you were just getting her tattoos covered up? Moral of the story: yes, he does have the kids' initials tattooed on him. Not the brightest one. Alrighty. My next piece, the trailer for 80s for Brady came out. That stars Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Sally Fields, and Rita Moreno. It's been released. It's coming out in theaters now.
We watched it, and we had opinions.
Oh, we had opinions. Obviously, we have opinions. Come on. My thing... Okay, first off, who did these women's hair?
I know.
You have some, like, 4 of the greatest... Literally, they put Academy Award winners. You have 4 of the greatest actors, and you couldn't find them a good wig?
I know.
Especially Jane Fonda's wig.
Look, unless when you watch the movie, it's... like referenced about her bad wigs, like unless that's what her character does joke? Is that she does bad wigs, it better be, because you really wrong.
It didn't look good.
Yeah.
How could you do that to them? And it looks, let me say this, I don't think it's gonna be like an amazing award-winning movie. I just think it's gonna be like a fun movie, like how they used to make just fun movies back in the early 2000s. That's what I think it is. Will I go see it in theaters? No. Would I get Paramount Plus's free trial to watch it? Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good cast.
I mean, they're 4 of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, but how did you get 4 of these women together and this is the movie you make with them? No offense, but like you literally are coming off the height of Grace and Frankie just ended.
But I wonder if all of them are like, we're just looking for something funny to do.
Yeah, just something cheeky,
or they
easy.
Are all Tom Brady fans.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was
I
their
think it's
idea.
supposed to be based on a true story in real life. Or like roughly. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll probably watch it once it comes time.
So Denise Richard and her husband were involved in a road rage shooting.
Did see some of that, yeah.
On Monday, yeah. They a driver shot at them while zooming around their car. Of course, there were internet trolls that said, like, why made inappropriate comments, like, why didn't she get hit by it, and she went onto Twitter and to address it and, said, sorry, you a-hole, that it didn't graze my neck or something. But I think it hit, like, the side of her door or something, where it showed her car, that it did hit her car. So, I mean, that is very scary, but, like, I mean, I think that's when things are, like, really, that's why I say you just never know what people have loaded in their car.
All right, I see your next piece of news. I'm going to let you take it because that's also my next piece of news. Since I don't watch that show, you can have it. But I'm going to go on to the next thing.
Because you have 9 and I think I have 8.
All right, well, it's fine anyway.
So that would even us out.
So Candace Cameron is facing a ton of backlash as she switched from Hallmark to the Great American Family Channel because...
It's even more Christian than Hallmark, sorry.
Because...
It is, though.
Because the Hallmark, she said, is not the same network that she started with, and that the GCA, Great American Family Channel, whatever, will keep traditional marriage at its core. This happened after Hallmark announced The Holiday Sitter, which will feature a gay couple, and it's coming out December 11th. Fun fact, though, Candace Cameron, I don't think you should be super mad about traditional marriage not being at the core, considering there's over 150 Christmas movies coming out this year, and only 2 of those movies star a gay couple. So how could you be that upset when it's not even half of them, you know?
Yeah.
But I did look up on her Instagram. She not only is just her, but she's taken Lori Loughlin over to the Great American.
Well, she was already there. Remember, I did that thing about her.
So she's taken all her little Full House people over to the Great American Family channel. So
take them away.
Best of luck. I think she put out like an Instagram saying that's not what I meant, but then what did you mean?
You did.
You meant it.
I mean, not to be mean, but that's what you believe in, and that's what you believe in. So be it. So you go off to your channel and you stay there.
I've never even heard of this channel.
I have heard of it. I mean, I think it's just coming to light now because her and Loughlin are on it.
Yeah.
I saw John Stamos make a comment that Lori Loughlin did not know what was going on with that college scandal. That she did not know that.
I thought I heard something on Fuller House. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of the Olsen twins. I thought they were like, well, on the Fuller House they either shaded. Oh, Cooper's here. They either shaded Lori Loughlin, but I think I'm thinking of the Olsen twins that they shaded.
Yeah, they did because they wouldn't come on or something. Oh, they don't need your money.
No, they're the Olsen twins.
I mean, really, no. Ellen Pompeo, she made the announcement.
Pompeo?
What?
I don't know how you ever said her name.
Well, she made the announcement over the summer that her role on Grey's Anatomy was, coming to an end. Come here, baby. And I did not hear about this, so I was a little flabbergasted.
When I looked it up, they said that she was shortening hers to 8 episodes this season.
Yeah, well, she's done.
Like she was taking a step back, but yeah, no.
But she's done.
She's done. She's out.
But she did say, she started this in 2005, and she's done 19 seasons, so I think we can cut her a break and say, you could be done. But she did say that she will revisit, she will return and visit. And that's all that fans ever ask for, is for you to come back. Because when you have things that happen, like let's say a major character dies or gets married.
Like just show up to the funeral or the wedding, yeah.
Yeah, like there's no way, if you knew these characters, that they're not going to come back. Like what? No.
No offense to her, but what else is she going to do? This is what this woman's known for.
Maybe she'll do something else, but I'm just saying, I'm glad when they say they're willing to come back and, still do something. Can you come on?
All right. You sit in her lap. I'm going to take the next piece of news. Ashley Tisdale is going to star and be the executive producer on Brutally Honest on CBS. It's about how a baby can ruin, save, change, destroy, and inspire marriage all before lunch. And the showrunners, Sarah Haskins and Emily Halpern, also did the screenplay for 80s for Brady. Fun fact. So, yeah. I just figured, let me talk about that too. Throw that in there. Will I watch this? Maybe I'll give it a try. I don't think I'm the target demographic for this, as I'm not married or have a child. But here's my thing. It's Ashley Tisdale. We've said we love Ashley Tisdale. This did come up with my head, and I started thinking, is this positive or is this negative?
What do you mean?
Because, we were kind of talking about when we were watching High School Musical, the series, like, oh, she just had a kid, maybe she wouldn't come back and do the show, but now it's like, okay, well, she's acting, so maybe she'd come back and do the High School Musical, the series, but also on the same hand, will she, because now she has her own show that she has to work on? Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. I think High School Musical, the series has already started filming.
It could just, okay, put your legs down then. It could just get her more excited about it again and
maybe.
Get her back
I don't know. Come on, Ashley, please, I'm begging him.
He's really pushing down.
He looks heavy.
He's pushing down on this arm, and I'm not really anchored properly.
God, there's hair flying. All right, take away your next line.
So we talked about Sylvester Stallone last time with
what?
Sylvester Stallone
had a me moment.
Stallone with the Creed saga, and okay.
I'm sorry, there's cat hair flying in my face now.
This wasn't really primarily supposed to be about Creed. However, it turned out that way. What? He was talking about his new show, Tulsa King.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
The gangster drama TV drama that's going to be going on. But they asked him questions about Creed and what he felt about it. He said that they were taking it in a direction that didn't include Rocky. So he said he bowed out gracefully because he didn't want anything to do with it. If that was, he said the direction they were going was just nowhere near what he would have thought. And he said if they were to do a Creed 4, that entailed like a relationship between that he had with that Rocky and Mickey had, say where Creed had with him or something like that, he would be definitely down with coming back for Creed 4. So he's not
I thought he said no.
He said no, that he didn't like the direction they were taking Creed in, and it just didn't make sense for him to be in it.
Yeah, I mean this storyline I don't see anywhere that he would have fit into it, but I do maybe wish they gave him a I'll see you around, or a nod. I wonder if I'm sure they'll probably address him or say something, but to see him or something. I do want to see Creed. I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters. Maybe. I haven't seen any Creed or Rocky movies in theaters. Not even the re-release of 5. I didn't get to go see it because it was sold out. All right. Time to spin that wheel. Here is what we have on the wheel this week. One too many storylines. Ooh. TV show that reminds you of your childhood. I can't remember if we did this one. I feel like we did, but I don't think we did. One too many seasons. Just a lot of one too manys, eh? Mm-hmm. A movie I'd recommend to anybody. Best prequel movie afterthought. If this movie video, what the hell am I talking about? If this movie could be played as a video game. Your least favorite to favorite character. A movie families I want to join. I might have copied that by accident. I don't think I was supposed to copy and paste someone because I think we did that one. Just let's hope I don't pick it again. I'll watch this actor and anything. I'm also pretty sure we picked this one, but she said just put it up again and you're going to have to pick somebody else.
Yeah, you just pick somebody else.
And your least favorite Disney Channel show. Let's spin the wheel. It's a roulette wheel this time. I don't know why I did that, but it did.
Interesting. The wheel of watching. What is it?
Least favorite Disney Channel show.
Oh.
I know mine. Okay.
Do I have one that I hate more than that, though?
I know what I picked. Should I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I picked Girl Meets World. I didn't like that show at all. I didn't even watch that much of it, but I didn't like it.
I wouldn't even think about that one, so I wouldn't consider that like my least favorite. Because I just wouldn't even. I feel like
I didn't like it enough.
I feel like it had to be something I watched that I would have been like.
I used to not like Hannah Montana when I was little, but then I did end up liking it.
Hannah
Remember in the
Montana's
beginning, I wasn't a Hannah Montana fan, and then I did like her.
Hannah Montana's the best. Mine was Allie and Austin and Allie. I don't know. There was something about that show.
Allie was a little annoying.
She was a little annoying. Yep, I didn't like her.
Yeah, I think probably the best part was Trish and her 101 Jobs.
Yeah,
she was really good.
I don't know. It wasn't believable. I don't know. I know Disney does a lot of unbelievable shows, but it was
she says as if Wizards is probably not her favorite show about a family of witches.
That's so believable. They're wizards, by the way. Anyway.
Sorry, Wizards.
There's a difference.
You're right. I'm wrong.
But I don't know. It was just something that was just like, what?
It was like on that cusp of it being kind of the last good one, but it was starting to go into that new genre of Disney Channel that's on now. That's not good.
It was just crazy. I don't know.
Sometimes, I mean, Jessie wasn't bad. Jessie was kind of on that cusp too. But Jessie was better, I think.
Yeah,
Jessie was funny.
I think Jessie was
better.
Come on.
Hey, Jessie. I still sing that song to this day. Sometimes I'll just bust out and do a little, hey, Jessie.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. But okay.
All right. Let's talk about what we watched this week. And let me tell you.
Okay.
Oh, Cooper's gone. He doesn't want to discuss. All right, so here's what I watched this week while you get your you're on the wheel watching.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for it, and I'm like, why is my stuff not showing?
Who is Snapchatting you? Really?
Team Snapchat.
Oh, I have them blocked.
But I ask you to help me with these things, and you don't do it.
No, you have to block them. You told me just to stop getting the friend request, which I dealt with. All right, I watched Abbott, episode 8, Kung Fu, episode 7, season 2 of Rutherford Falls, season 3 of Dead to Me.
It's just turned ugly. Go ahead, sorry.
Are you serious?
Nope, sorry.
And I watched the pilots of Grand Crew and Girls 5 Eva. I watched quite a bit. What did you watch?
You might have beat me this week, only because...
And we watched movies too this week.
Only because my soap opera was not on since Tuesday. And I don't know if it has to do with the gentleman dying or whatever, but yeah, it has not... I missed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I am distraught.
She's just thrown off. You throw those women off her schedule and she can't compete. What's the word I'm looking for?
See? Tuesday, the 15th. I don't know what they're doing.
Continue watching.
Yeah, I did that.
Are you sure?
Oh, wait, Wednesday is up now. Oh, Thursday is up. Oh, son of a gun, these were not here. Get it in
all right,
quick
well,
today.
she's going to watch... Yeah, you'll have to watch this later today.
Get them in quick.
So, in total, I've watched 5 things.
So, I watched Kardashians, Dancing with the Stars.
Well, I watched that too.
Call Me Kat, finally got it in there. The Hotwives of Orlando. And
that's it?
No, and I watched 3 episodes of Below Deck Mediterranean that I thought was over, but it wasn't.
No? I took it off your watching list. So.
Just this week I put it back on there. So,
whoopsie.
Yeah, that's all I watched. Yeah,
wow.
I was catching up with my YouTube as well, but that doesn't count.
I think I beat her. Oh, look, they got their heat kicking over there.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Sorry.
As we run air.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to do Abbott and Kung Fu kind of together because they're like weekly based shows, and then I'll just do Rutherford Falls Dead to Me, and then I am gonna do the Grand Crew and Girls Five Ever together. 'Cause I have an idea with that, and I'll explain it once I do that. Just because I don't want to give the whole plot away, obviously, for the episode. So episode 8 of Abbott, they do like an egg drop kind of thing. Obviously it doesn't go well, but
Egg drops never do.
Mostly the reason I want to talk about this is because Ava definitely picked up on like Janine and Gregory kind of flirting a little bit this episode, and I can definitely predict like, when it comes out, like they see them going on like a secret date together, and she'll be like, you guys didn't know they liked each other, and Melissa and Barbara will just be standing there looking confused, and Jacob will be like, I'm Janine's best friend, how could she not tell me? I just want to put that out there. I'm predicting that scene. So good episode of Abbott as always. That was very funny. And then as for Kung Fu, this week, definitely an important episode, not a plot filler at all. That sounds sarcastic, but it's not. And also, I don't talk about the side plots, but Althea, which is Nikki's sister, and her ex, the original ex, not Henry, the ex, the other guy that I don't know his name of, they are like working together to solve crimes, and it's this really weird side plot where I feel like they don't know what they want to do with these two characters. Like, they don't want to get rid of the ex-boyfriend because he's like their cop police connection, and the sister, they don't really know what they want to do with her, so they just kind of put them together and have them fight crime together from like a legal standpoint, and it's not great. And also, once again, Pei Ling / Zhao, she just keeps attacking Nikki's mom. This poor woman, she wants to run a restaurant in peace. She will not let her. She was standing behind her over with a knife now this time. She went from gripping her wrist tightly to like, it's so crazy. But yeah, definitely. This one, I know I said that, I think it was like episode 4, I said big plot filler. This one, not at all. Definitely watch it. Okay, so that's all for that, which is something simple. You guys can still go watch it, and I didn't pretty much spoil anything.
No.
I don't want to say what they were doing in Kung Fu in detail, though, because it will spoil it if you haven't seen the rest of the show. But I do still recommend it. All right, go ahead.
So I'll do Kardashians, and I'll do that Hotwives because I didn't write too much about either one of those. Cause
together? Really... I have no, but I still have Rutherford Falls and Dead to Me, and then the Grand Crew and Girls Five Ever together. So just do your Kardashians, and then I'll go again.
The Kardashians were very small because, like I said, it's taking 4 episodes to get to the Met Ball.
But they're still not at it yet?
No, they got there this time, but they won the case with Black China, which it's not a spoiler because this is all in the past.
This is real life.
It's all in the past, so you already know
this.
And as far as that stinking dress goes, which is basically what this whole thing has been about, is the Marilyn dress. Ripley's, believe it or not, was actually very kind to her, and they brought a whole bunch of Marilyn Monroe stuff from their Ripley show to like a hotel room that she had next to where she was getting dressed, and they set it all up with like pictures and like her makeup and stuff so that like she could feel the spirit of Marilyn like while she was there, and like so her family got to come in and like look at all the stuff. But Kim was an absolute like berserk nut that she was going in making announcements like, if anybody touches anything, I swear to God I'll kill you. Don't anybody touch anything.
Oh, yeah,
don't anybody touch me. Don't anybody touch anything because you're gonna whatever. She was crazy that the Ripley's guy said, you need to come work for us because you are so crazy about it. And she's like, no, it's just I know this is a big honor and a big thing for you guys to come and bring this stuff here for people to see, and I don't want anybody to screw it up or anything like that. The weirdest part that I would have to say is Kendall had no eyebrows. She bleached them blonde, and I thought that was here's my thing. So I think it was the theme was supposed to be Americana or something.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what that was representing because it didn't make any sense, because that is nothing to do with Americana or anything. I mean, her dress, again, I really didn't understand it, but I guess you really can wear whatever you want. If it's an American designer, you could go on that route, but the eyebrows, didn't understand. She looked like a freaking alien, so I don't understand why she did that. I don't really remember
what they wear because it wasn't very memorable, their outfits.
Well, she had a huge black skirt with like a sheer top or something like that, but I just don't. And then Kylie had like a white like wedding type dress with a baseball cap veil. That. But that I understand now was dedicated to their designer friend that they're really close to, Virgil, this designer that died, and she wore one of his last designs that he had on the red carpet or something, or on the
that he had on
Fashion Week, for Fashion Week. That was what she did. But the other thing that was cracking me up was they definitely made a big deal about this getting to the Met carpet, getting all this whole thing, because like she's freaking out that like she's gonna get out of this van. Like I said last week, they made her dressing room outside of the like red carpet so that she could put the dress on there and not sit in the dress. So of course she's in a robe. So I think she was with Pete and somebody else was with them. I forget who she said it was, but they got out of the car ahead of time or something, and she's like, we can't go back around because we'll be so late. I have to walk, so get your umbrellas up, get your trench coats, and cover me. Nobody can see me not dressed. And I'm thinking to myself, nobody really gives a shit. Like, you think...
Like, I don't want this to get out that I could... I don't know, maybe she thought people would think she's wearing a robe, or...
Yeah, but they know she's wearing this, and obviously you're putting it on this show, so we all know you couldn't wear the dress there. So, like, what was the big point of, like, she's like, I don't want anybody taking pictures of me not dressed, but what's the difference? You're going to get dressed, and you're going to show up in the dress, and then change in the dress. So, like, I didn't understand, like, what the big deal was, but she was making it sound like people were going to get fired if someone saw me. I don't know. I was just like, settle down, Sally. It was ridiculous. And then after the Met, the best part was, it just shows you luxury. Like, we would have probably went home after an event. No. They go back to the hotel room where they have, like, it looked like 30 boxes of pizza and a donut making station.
A donut making station?
Yeah, like, people were making donuts right there on the spot for them from a famous donut place. I can't think of it right now, but they were making the donuts right there, and they were putting, like, cinnamon sugar, so you could, like, put what you want, have them tell
Custom make the donut.
You tell them what to put on it. And I'm just like, are you shitting me? Like, you people are all
I would have walked in and been like, my room. Get out of my room.
Yeah, but this was Kim did this. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just baffling to me, but...
Then don't they eat at the Met Gala too? So it's like...
But I don't think any of them probably did, because Chloe said how her dress was so tight and she was wearing a corset. Kim's dress, even though it was the replica, was, from what I understand, tight as well. I think all of them were wearing like a corset of some kind. So
they really couldn't probably.
No, it's just, so it's just, yeah. It was an interesting episode.
Well, at least they finally got done with the Met Gala, basically.
Thank God. Now it's on to Courtney's wedding.
Yeah. Alrighty, Rutherford Falls season 2. I mentioned that they were going to transform the town into, like, colonial times, basically, as a tourist trap. That's kind of what you see is the process throughout the season, is that happening and trying to maintain it because the original mayor was like, moving on to a better position in government. So they end up having Nathan's assistant, Bobby Yang, run for mayor. And that's kind of the other, plot line is Nathan helping his assistant run for mayor, basically. And, I don't want to, obviously I don't want to spoil anything. Go watch it. The ending, though, obviously, this show got canceled. So it didn't get a time to give it a true, proper ending.
It, like, ended before it knew it was going to end.
Yeah.
That's
because I think it was a Peacock original, so, they probably, like, filmed it all. I think it is a Peacock original. They filmed it all in once, then put it up. So, they filmed it ahead of time, not like what am I thinking? Like a network show where they kind of, they have 22 episodes, so it takes more time. But it still was ended very, like, open to me, where it almost feels like they were missing either a whole nother episode or another few minutes. Like, it just kind of just was like, that's the end, but not in, like, a good, like, oh, it's the cliffhanger for the season 2 finale to go into season 3. And one of my things that, too, I felt like when I watched this show, I was like, it doesn't feel like a sitcom because there's more story. And I actually saw someone comment on the TV Time app where they were writing, someone said that it reminds them more of, like, Good Place, which is true. It's stylized more like The Good Place, but, and I wouldn't say, like, to me, if someone was like, oh, what is The Good Place, a sitcom? I'd be like, no, but it's not a sitcom, too. I feel like that's what this is. There's more story, I guess, than funny, if that makes it's like hard to explain. It's still funny, don't get me wrong, but that's like when I saw somebody say, I'm like, that makes sense. It's shot more in the Good Place, more of just it's just a TV show. Like, it's not focused with comedy first, I feel like. I think I might have mentioned who I said who would like the show. It was created by Michael Schur, who did Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, The Office, The Good Place. So obviously, if you've watched those shows, you'd probably like this. I would still say give it a chance, even though it's canceled. It's still fun, but, like, if you had a list of comedy shows, would I put it super high because it's canceled and there's no true ending?
But it's a nice filler, probably. Like, if just, like, let's say you have, like, like just a weekend to like throw some, or
it
a Saturday
was
and you
really
just want to watch
short.
something funny, like you could probably bang that out.
Yeah, I think maybe in total, maybe 20 episodes, and they're all like 20 minutes, so you could finish
Like
it
a Friday
really,
night.
Yeah, you'll finish it really quickly. So just something, if you're like in between, waiting for like, I think Abbott's gonna go on a break for a
Got
few.
the flu and you need something to
Yeah,
watch.
just one of those. My go-to, if you're gonna get sick during the holidays, watch Merry Happy Whatever with Ashley Tisdale and Bridget Mendler. I watched that when it came out that Thanksgiving.
What?
Our family got the stomach virus.
What was it you
Merry
watched?
Happy Whatever. It has Ashley Tisdale in it.
Merry Happy Whatever?
And Bridget Mendler. It got canceled. It was just one season, but it was really funny, and I felt really sick. But I might have to rewatch it because I definitely had a fever. I was throwing up and everything, so it could have not been good. And people just had given me a pill to make me stop throwing up at that point. So it could not be as funny as I remember, but I do remember being really good. But we started this episode with saying we have a bias towards Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah.
And plus Bridget Mendler. Come on, how am I not? All right, you can take it away with Dancing with the Stars now if that's what you're doing next or something else.
Yeah, no, Dancing with the Stars. That's where we're at.
Sad and good news here.
Yeah, well.
Close my laptop so I can charge a little bit.
This was the semifinals.
Yes.
They did 2 professional dances. Because we were saying that. How's that going to work? Because they're still on for 2 hours. And I'm like, clearly, if you can do all the other, when you first start all the dances. So we figured they had to start doing something different.
Oopsie.
We didn't hear them announce like another like dance off or dance marathon or so it's now
Just
they
a
have to.
second
Well, you do have to up the ante because you have to like. See,
I don't know what they're doing for the finale though.
I think it's 2 dances again.
Well, I know but I saw
think they
a
also-
spoiler that Daniel, he's coming back to dance on the finale. Like I think everybody's coming back to do a dance on the finale.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited because I did not see Teresa dance.
What do you mean?
I think everybody's coming back to do like a group dance for the finale.
Yeah,
or something.
I think they do.
So I'm excited to see Teresa dance because I didn't see her dance.
Oh, well, you can always go back and watch that show.
No, it's too late now, but I'm excited to see her dance. And there was another guy, too, that got voted off that I didn't get to see dance. I don't remember who it was.
It was that guy that Jason Lewis from Sex and the City. Was just as bad. So Shangela and Gleb, they danced the Paso Doble and got all 9s. This was either basically like they were dancing a Paso Doble or a waltz.
Yeah,
so
they said it was a Latin dance or a waltz
of some kind. So they did that one and got all 9s. And in the second one, they danced the waltz and got 3 9s and 1 10. She has Lady Gaga telling everyone to vote for her on Instagram. So there's that.
The first dance that she did with the Lady Gaga song, I think it was her Latin dance. It was just the song was wrong.
Yeah.
I think if you wanted to do a Lady Gaga song, I think the Lady Gaga has so many like songs that I think you could have turned into like a slow song and it would have worked better.
Yeah,
I just think it wasn't like when you compare like it wasn't that she danced bad. It was just the song was bad for the dance.
Yeah, it was throwing you off because you're listening to the song and watching the dance and you were just like something's not in rhythm, but I think it was more the song wasn't
because she's a good dancer.
Yeah, I just think the song wasn't right. Yeah. So Trevor and Emma, they danced the cha-cha, and they got all 8s, which for him is good for the cha-cha because the cha-cha is a lot of moving. She said that every time she
did a cha-cha, her partner got eliminated.
That was like a jinx.
Which it did.
Yeah. She said every time she does that, she gets eliminated. So there you
and
have it.
I'm going to be honest, the cha-cha wasn't good, and I think it is her fault. I don't think it's her partner's fault. I think
after we watch this a little bit now, we're starting to be like, like last week, like with Vinny, I know he didn't dance well. Don't get me wrong. But I also don't think she set him up well either.
Yeah.
Because they said that about her. Like, Carrie Ann said, like, you should be taking note that he's not fluid. So or he looks choppy. So you should give him more fluid movements.
Like, if you notice,
I think
they do. There are some ones who are not as great, but they know. I think their partner have learned. Like even with Daniel, there was a move that I'd always notice. Like she'd have him like spin out and like throw his one arm up. It was like a constant move that she kept having him do, but he did it really well. Like so, if you took note, I think you see similar moves. But
they focused on what their best moves were.
And I think Coco was just giving him different moves every time.
I don't think she was new. So I don't think she's learned yet how to quite. Not everybody's a teacher. Got to be honest. I mean, that's a thing. So, yeah, that was.
Like I think I looked up Britt, and she is like a full on choreographer.
Yeah,
like
that's the ticket too.
If
you're a choreographer, and a dancer, it's good. But they did the Viennese waltz for their second dance. It was he dedicated it to Emma for sticking by him. I don't know why I don't have their scores here. But let's just say they got voted off in the end.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's
They
that.
were the couple that went first. They didn't even get
they
taken
didn't
to
even
the
get
judge.
to like be like, hey, who's
Which
gonna
we
save
kind
him?
of knew he was going
Yeah,
home.
I mean, because it's down to the point where it has
The
to
best.
just, it has to
Like,
be.
it would have just been there sending them there to lose, basically. No offense.
Yeah, really. Then there's Gabby and Val. They danced the waltz, and she said that she just broke up with her fiance, so she was a little, like, sad, but she got all tens, tied with Charlie. Her second dance was the Paso Doble, and Val was worried that she wouldn't be able to be serious because the Paso Doble is very serious. It's supposed to be like the bullfight. They said that she sold it with such force and tension that they could not believe like how well she did.
Yeah.
And they applauded Val for his choreography, and they received all tens.
Which I did say to you too when we watch it. Like, he always says, "Oh, I'm worried about her being serious," but I feel like she always is. Like, when she gets to dance, it's like
together.
She flips on a switch. She's serious when the dancing, but then as soon as they put her by Alfonso, she loses it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I think she's released now. She's
I think it's like, okay, let's go.
Daniel and Britt, they danced the Viennese waltz. They
Hi,
said
Cooper.
he had beautiful lines. It was fluid. And that both of them have a very beautiful connection, which you commented that people were saying that
On their Instagrams, are they dating?
Like, are they dating? Which I feel like they could be.
And also, I finally noticed this. I've been trying to watch every episode. They have matching necklaces.
Sign language
Yeah,
necklaces.
they have it that says love, which I noticed.
And
both of them have it.
And she, I feel, really makes it a point to learn the sign language.
Oh, I was watching one
Big
of
time.
if you want, they go on their Instagrams and they both do Instagram lives together all the time. I was looking and they both upload it. And she's like actively signing to the point where Gabe didn't have to sign for her at that point. Like,
it was
like, I mean, it was very basic, hi, how are you doing? How do you feel?
But I guess if you're spending that much time with somebody who is signing and you're watching the person that's signing for them, I think you can pick up some stuff for sure. But their second dance was a samba, and they were dancing to Gabe's favorite song, which is his sign language interpreter. It was like a house song or something. I knew it, but I forget what the name of it was.
I can't remember.
They got 2 8s and 2 9s, which wasn't horrible, but when you got Charlie and Gabby and Chandra and Wayne, pulling tens left and right, it's
hard.
That's not going to be good. And Charlie and Mark danced the Viennese waltz. They got all tens. They told her that she is the one celebrity that they actually feel looks like a professional dancer. And I do agree. I think as good as Gabby is, she's a good dancer, but I feel like Charlie looks like she's competing in professional ballroom dancing, like competitions for sure.
But I do feel like if you look, like how we were saying about like comparing Trevor and Vinny together, like I think we said this last week, where it's like they both started from the same ground, but Trevor's progressively gotten better.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like Charlie came in looking like a professional, but I think they should take into account like watching these other people improve over time. Like you came in not good, and now you're really the thing.
Good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like she should be at that level now because, like you said, she already came in where these guys are now. So like the fact that she came in and just was able to pick everything right up, she better look like a damn professional dancer. So I mean, I'm glad that she is, but the second dance was the Paso Doble. She did a solo little stint in the very beginning while Mark played the guitar, and they received all tens. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were both phenomenal dances. He gives her the choreography to make her shine. Yeah, that's the ticket. He knows what she can do that will make her look the best, and he gives it to her, and she takes it.
And she does this with an ingrown toenail too.
Yes, she said she has an ingrown toenail, and she said 9 times out of 10 she doesn't get everything right until Monday night. She goes, which is a little too late.
Which, if you never had an ingrown toenail, props to this girl, because I was a professional in getting them when I was younger.
And I don't know. I am just watching her dance. Going, I mean, let me just say, has that. Like, I hope they numbed her toe or something. I don't know how she did it. They could have.
I mean, I would keep one just for like months. I'd be sedated to get it dealt with, basically, in the end. But she's better, actually, if you've never had one, keeping that toenail than going to get the surgery done to get it removed, because she won't be able to walk after getting it removed. Yeah. So hopefully Tuesday night they have her booked in to go get that dealt with. I hope.
Yeah, but she's got to practice and all. I don't
know. No. I'm saying Tuesday night after the show is over. She's done. Go get it. Don't go to GMA. Go get that toe done.
I know. Wayne and Whitney danced the Paso Doble. They received 4 9s for this first dance. Whit announced that she is expecting baby number 2.
Oh, yeah, I
which
forgot
is
about
appropriate because now she'll be on hiatus, so that'll be a perfect timing. Their second dance was a waltz, and they received 3 9s and 1 10. He could really pull it out. He could.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, when it comes down to it, I think we should make...
Is this... Yeah, are we going to do them right now?
I think we should make predictions.
Well, let's say who went home.
Trevor and Emma were the first to be voted off, like we said. Then Daniel and Britt and Chandra and Gleb were in the bottom 2. Let's be real. Who do we think they're saving? They're saving Chandra.
Yeah, we love
Which we
Daniel,
all knew that. And Daniel knew that too himself. But it's okay. I mean, I think he was just happy he got as far as he did.
I'd rather get him out there than bring him to the finale and then, not place anywhere.
I know.
So.
I mean, me personally, I think my picks...
Yeah, okay, what's your guess? So they only give you 3 and then 4th place. 3 are like the top people that place.
Well, I think someone goes home next week. This is not the finale, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
This is the finale.
So I think my first will be Charlie and Mike. I think they're good. Charlie and Mike.
Who the hell's Mike?
Mike just came into the scene. Whoever Mike is, I think he's the one that's going to win.
The situation showed up and we missed it?
No. Charlie and Mark, I think they're going to be the winners.
Uh-huh.
I think Gabby and Val will come in second. I think Wayne and Whitney, I think, are going to pull it in third. And I think Chandrala's going to come up 4th.
Yeah, I do.
I think
that's the same order that I'm
only
thinking.
way I could see Charlie not winning is if she gets inside her head.
Yeah, which I think could happen because that was another thing she was saying. So, you know what? I'll be different and I'll pick a different order. Okay? I'll do Gabby and Val. Then I'll do Charlie and Mark. And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Wayne and Whitney and Shangela and Gleb could be like, they could do the same. Depending on how much work he has to do this week. Do you know?
Yeah.
But I think if that was him, I'd make sure I had a little less work. I'm gonna put Wayne 2, and then I'll do Shangela and Gleb. Because there are still stuff that they were still giving Shangela to really improve. So yeah, I'll switch it up. I'll do Gabby and Val first. Alright, on to Dead to Me. So I will say this season is significantly funnier than the last 2.
Is it supposed to be funny though?
It's a dark comedy is what they call it.
Okay.
It's it's a dramedy. So it picks up right where it left off at the end of season 2. I already did season 1 too. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because it will completely spoil the whole entire show for you. But the basics is they try to fix something, it gets worse, or even when they're not fixing something, it just progressively gets worse for them. I'm not gonna lie, I did not the turn it took, or like not the turn, but what they did this season was not truly what I was expecting. And I will say they kind of remind me of a young Grace and Frankie, like 2 opposites who like
they do become friends.
Yeah, they're friends. Like it's like that same thing where it's like as much as they hate each other, they also love each other.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And, it's not a absolute stretch to say that they are because, Grace and Frankie did get that weird little crime plot at the last 2 seasons of their show.
Yeah.
So it kind of works, I guess. As the ending, I'm not a huge fan of it. I can't really...
never are. If things don't end a certain
No,
way, you're like...
okay, but
you're
see,
very picky with endings.
Here's the thing. I don't know how I wanted it to end, but I don't think that's how I envisioned it ending. And I can't really, obviously, I don't want to get into it because it will spoil the literal whole entire show if I say, if they got caught or if they didn't get caught for the crimes that they all committed. But it was kind of
I think they're going to let them get away with it.
It was more of an open-ended kind of like ending where it's kind of like, well, you can decide. Because it's like one of those things where she's going to go say something to somebody and then it's like, you don't know what she said to them. And if she did say what you think she said to them, you don't know how they're going to respond. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like that's, in the words that I told you, I feel like it's lazy writing. Because it's like, why do I have to decide what they chose to do? Why can't you just come up with a one narrative that this is what she did?
Then people will be pissed.
But I'd rather it then. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, they are, like, they committed crimes, but you like the characters. So it's like, well, do I want to see them get arrested and go to jail? Or should they go free? It's one of those. Mm-hmm. I will say if you've watched Good Girls, you'll probably really like the show because it's the same premise, a bunch of like suburban moms getting mixed up in crimes that they have no clue what they're truly doing with, but somehow they're kind of pulling it off flawlessly and not getting caught for the most part. I will say Good Girls I did enjoy significantly more, and they didn't even get anywhere near a proper ending because they got canceled.
I'm just gonna say I was a suburban stay-at-home mom.
Did you commit any crimes?
None of these things. I might have took something from Target because it was in the bottom basket on accident.
So you weren't holding up the local grocery store with a gun and with your 2 best friends?
No.
I'm sorry, your one best friend and your sister?
No. Yeah, no.
Husband wasn't dying in a hit and run?
Dreams, but no.
Oh!
I'm sorry. No. I'm divorced now, so there you have that one.
So am I. A different kind of one, but, it's the same thing. No, but what I was going to say, Good Girls I did enjoy significantly more based on the fact that, like, Good Girls I think had 3... Did you just kick the mic?
Yes, I did.
3, 4 seasons, I can't remember. But every time...
Do you smell cookies cooking?
No.
Maybe it's the pancake smell? I feel like I just got a whiff of cookies cooking. Who's cooking cookies?
No?
No, it's not your breath. That's
I
what you
had
did,
pancakes.
folks. Yeah, no, it was just... No, it came from this direction.
Okay.
Yummy. I was thinking maybe it was my shirt. I don't know. He's making cookies.
Stop. What I was going to say about...
That's my cookies. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's not like I don't have to melt chocolate, but... I have to melt chocolate, but not today. Sorry, I'm so sidetracked. I'm sorry.
No, what I was going to say about Good Girls is every time there was a season, so like season 1 aired, watched it all. When season 2 came out, I rewatched season 1. And when season 3 came out, I rewatched season 1 and 2 and prep for it. That's how much I like that show. It's probably one of the most rewatched shows that I watch that isn't a sitcom. Well, I mean, it's kind of a sitcom. And I do think if you watched Grace and Frankie, you might like this show, but darker humor. In a sense. Why are you looking at me like that? Like
because your glasses are making like a weird... Okay, it's on the glasses. It was making like a weird, like... You almost looked like you had like a rash under your eye.
Okay.
But it's things that are reflecting in your glasses. So everything's safe here. No, nothing.
Alrighty. I know last week
She's saying you're dead to me in about 5 minutes if you don't shut up.
I know what I said about Warrior Nun last week, that you couldn't sit on your phone, you had to pay attention. This, you could definitely look on your phone, multitask. Really? But, like, listen, here's the thing. The great thing is they do a lot of, like, boom, like, the music does, like,
so
a housewife change.
Sit down, something's coming.
Pay attention. Yeah, but you could, like, look around.
I do appreciate those cues.
You could, like, look around, you don't have to pay attention. One of my favorite things to do with the show is if I don't want to give it my full 100% attention, especially Netflix shows, turn on the audio descriptions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they'll be like, so-and-so opens a box and finds da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, that is something cues. She tipped to me off, too. Those
are good cues if you're not fully there paying attention. I do like it, though, still. I don't know. I don't think I would rewatch this show, though. Like, well, you know what? We can... Are you going to watch it?
No, because I tried to watch it one time before you.
Well,
and I watched her open the door, say something when she was at the funeral. Or she was getting ready for a funeral. And
no, she was going to the grief circle.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. And
it gets crazy. It really does get crazy. It's good. Me. I'll tell you what they went, the route they did after the podcast, because you're never going to believe it. Oh, also, the one other thing I just remembered. Judy's storyline, as soon as they revealed it, I go, I know where this is going. And it pretty much ended the exact way I knew it, but not 100%. That's the part where it's the ending of Judy's storyline. That's my least favorite part, really.
Well, let me ask you this: could you notice throughout the show did you see any indicators of like Christina Applegate's MS?
So
or anything?
I will say I did talk about this last season. So it started with a car. Yes, I started with a car accident.
Okay.
So they had like a neck brace on her, so that they put her in a pretty decent car accident. So if she maybe had to like move more slow, be in pain more, she didn't have to do as much. They were in the kitchen, I think, sitting a lot, but you know what? It wasn't. One of the things is Judy's storyline is she ends up having like a little like sickness, we'll say. So it's more her character is actually sick, Judy's character, than Christina Applegate's character, which I thought was interesting. When they announced it originally, right in the first episode, they revealed Judy's storyline, and I was like, and then they said this thing that I was like, oh, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about, where they kind of tell Christina Applegate's character first what Judy's storyline is going to be, and they set it up to think that it's going to be her storyline, and then they say Judy's last name, and you're like, because when they said Judy's last name, I go, oh wait, that's not her character's last name. I go, I'm pretty sure that's Judy's, and then she looks over and she pans at the name card, and she's like, oh yeah, no, and then I was like, yeah, that's not her.
Interesting. You would have think they had a perfect opportunity to do that, so it would have been, but
yeah, no. I'll just say, you said you thought they were going to kill her off. I'll say they don't kill Christina Applegate's character.
Oh, good.
No, definitely not.
No, I was just saying they could, since she was being so bold about saying she's not coming back.
If they did like a season 4, I guess, but no. All right, do your Hotwives of Orlando, and then I have a new little thing I'm going to try.
I have Call Me Kat first.
Oh, you have Call Me Kat. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, so I did episodes 1 through 6.
Finally.
Because that was what was on Hulu. I started watching this show because of Maya Bialik and the cats. She owns a cat cafe. There's no surprise in that one. Cats and coffee, can't go wrong. But I just like Maya Bialik from Big Bang Theory, Blossom. What's the one with Bette Midler and the movie where she dies of cancer? I can't think of it right now, but
Jeopardy now.
And yes, Celebrity Jeopardy. I just think she's funny. She's a vegan. She's an activist. She's extremely smart. I believe from being an actress, she also went to like college for like physics and psychology. Like she's biology. Like her character that she played on Big Bang Theory was not a far stretch from like what she could possibly have really been doing. She's got like her own podcast now. I mean, she's just all over the place. But a YouTube channel that she does like vegan cooking videos and stuff on. When I started the season, I was very concerned because they started it with her on some kind of hiatus, and it was a cat cafe and coffee. And when you come back to it, the cats are gone and it's a juice bar because she left it and somebody changed it on her, one of her workers. So I was getting concerned that they were really not going to have the cats, but they do. The cats come back. It's just part of the premise of the whole season of what they're doing.
Like getting there.
Yeah. The production was paused due to the death of, Stanley Jordan. As everybody knows, he died in a car accident.
What did you just say, Stanley Jordan?
Leslie Jordan. I'm sorry, Leslie Jordan.
I believe I did hear that they have somebody who's going to play his character's mother come join the show to take his spot.
Really?
I did. I don't know how true that was, but I did hear something about that.
He filmed up to episode 9, so I'm only on 6, and they already had a dedication at the last one that I had. So that must have been episode 6 was aired right when he died. So they obviously probably put something. They do have a dedication in his last episode, but they also put something on 6 because that was obviously the week that he died.
Vicki Lawrence to play Leslie Jordan's mother.
Oh, she'll be so good. She plays oh God, Mama's
Family.
Mama's Family. Oh, she's so hilarious. She was with Carol Burnett for years on the Carol Burnett show. That's how she got started.
Yeah, that's what it's also listed here.
Yeah, that's just showing my age, folks. I loved Carol Burnett. This season, it's all about her trying to have a baby. Obviously, she's not with anybody, but episode 3 probably has to be the funniest, where she's trying to find a baby daddy. First 2 are kind of just setting up the season, but once she starts getting into like 3, 4, and 5, it's just typical Cat when things go wrong humor. It's hilarious. I will say she finally does get with Max, who is the love interest that she, from all the seasons before, has been trying to get with, and they just never hooked up. Episode 6 had it's worth watching just for her bathroom scene. It's priceless. It's her trying to get out of shapewear in Max's apartment, and it's just, that's why I think this Vicki Lawrence will be good, because she does like not just comedy, but she does like slapstick comedy, like where it's like kind of how you walking around the apartment, where like you go to open a door and before you know it, you're slammed into another door on the floor, rolling into the cat bowl, and you end up in the garbage. Like,
lovely.
It's that kind of comedy.
Glad I was the reference here.
She just does it so well. I also forgot that she breaks the third wall.
Fourth wall.
Fourth wall. Why did I write third wall? I know it's not that. She breaks the fourth wall a lot, which I love.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She does a lot. Like, thank God you're the only ones. Like, she'll be like, thank God you guys are the only ones that just saw all that, because I don't know how I'm going to explain this. Like, she does it a lot. So, and I also put that the cats are back.
So She-Hulk fans would probably like it.
But yeah, it's funny. She's I think it's very funny. I'm so sad that Leslie Jordan is gone, because he probably is like one of the best parts of it. Like, yeah. He would come in and be that thing like, what the is going on? But so appropriate, like so perfect. Like his timing and stuff, he was hilarious. He would do anything they asked him to do. Like, it was just like nothing was off limits to him. And it was just, yeah, they were a cute cast together, but I'm sure they're devastated.
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Okay, next.
All right, I'm going to try something different here. This is my first attempt with it. I'm only going to do 2 shows for it. Basically, I'm going to compare 2 pilots together, and then from those 2 pilots, I'm going to choose the show that I'm going to start watching next. But after I've watched these 2 shows, I think I'm going to do a massive one with all the comedy shows that I ever want to watch, and then from there, based on the pilot,
whittle them down.
I'm going to pick on if I want to watch them, then I will maybe spin a wheel or something and pick him out. Or if there's one that I'm like, I can't, I beats the wheel, then I'll do it. All right, here we go. So I'm going to compare 2 pilots. I did Grand Crew and Girls 5 Ever because they were both on Peacock.
You gotta say that one slower.
Girls 5 Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like forever.
Yeah, I get it.
5 Ever. I chose them because they were both on Peacock. Grand Crew is an NBC show. Girls 5 Ever is a Peacock show, now headed to Netflix. Mm-hmm. Grand Crew basically follows a group of friends as they discuss their day over wine, pretty much. Out of all the episodes, the pilot was rated the worst episode for the season, which
not helpful to you.
I understand why the pilot was rated the lowest, strictly because to me, watching it, it kind of felt like I was trying to join in with a bunch of lifelong friends, and I didn't get there. Like I was like I was years behind on the like you just like. You were at a bar, you sat down on the table next to them, and you were, like, trying to join in, but, like, you didn't know, like, you know, I felt like I just missed stuff. Like, it felt like the episode started in the middle of the season rather than the first episode. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I mean, I did get to know, like, the basis of the characters, but still, I was kind of like, I do think there's a lot of potential for the show. I just don't think the pilot let it shine the way it should have, because looking at the rating bar, it progressively goes up after the pilot. Like, it's literally the lowest. Nicole Byer's character, Nikki, was probably my favorite, but I did go into the show with a massive bias with her probably going to end up being my favorite character, obviously, because I started it because I knew she was in the show. I will say I haven't seen the show Cheers, but I have seen Abby's, and you watched an episode of Abby's with me, and you said that's basically just Cheers, but in a backyard.
Yeah.
I think this probably has the same idea, just, you know, people hanging around, drinking, chatting kind of idea. That's what this show feels like to me. I don't know if overall I'll probably like it, just because when people are a little bit too stationary and in, like, one spot for too long, it gets, like, a little boring to say, I guess you could say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like when they go out and they venture out and... You know, I know people will be like, well, Abbott takes place in a whole school. I know, but it's, like, different people and different places in the school, I should say. I'll give it a try, though, like, official watch, but the beater of it is Girls 5 Ever. The basic plot for the show is that it's a girl group who made it big in the 90s. Their song ends up getting sampled in a new song today, and they are going to attempt to make it big again. The concept of the show is honestly very relevant and honestly kind of interesting, because it literally is what we see happening today. Like, how many songs on the radio right now have an old sampling song in them that blows back up and then, like, the person comes back? Like, literally, what's that Jack Harlow song that's, like, that sampled Fergie's song? I think Nicki Minaj has a song that sampled another old song. Like, it's such a big thing to sample old songs in your song now. Basically, they're doing, I've talked about this in movies already, but it happens in music. A little bit of, like, milking nostalgia, basically, because that's such a huge thing now, you know, post the height of the pandemic. And you know who's in this show? Renee Elsley Goldsberry. Oh my god. I'm tongue twisting over here. She plays Mallory Book in She-Hulk. She's in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, it's kind of different because Mallory Book is a little bit more like, she's funny, but she's more like dry. Where this character is like trying to pretend to be famous, you know, like a very pop star. It's very different from the She-Hulk character, so it's very funny to see. It has that typical NBC comedy humor, and I literally wrote this down. I was like, but I think it matches more with the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which, that's not one of my favorite comedies, but it's not as bad as Mr. Mayor comedy.
Oh my
and
God,
guess
she
what?
Uses that as the
it is. It's my baseline. But you know what happened? I looked up the show, and the showrunner for this show also wrote for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which, you know, when you see that, you're like, oh, that's why they seem so similar, because it's literally the same person. And I did see a comment that I wanted to point out that I saw online, which I was wondering if I left this comment. I don't know what show this was. This was a comment on Girls 5 Ever, I think. Somebody commented, so incredibly lame, but not as bad as Mr. Mayor, and that's not a compliment. I was like, did I leave this comment?
It sounds like something
I would say.
For sure.
I don't think this is anywhere near as bad as Mr. Mayor. Or maybe, I don't know what show that was. I thought it was Mr. Mayor. Oh, maybe it was American Auto. I don't know what show it was. It was an NBC show. They left it on, but I was like, using Mr. Mayor as a baseline is literally all I do. As far as what I'm going to pick, I'm going to start with Girls 5 Ever first. There's 2 seasons of it, so are you ready to do your show?
Yes. The Hotwives of Orlando. Anybody that likes Housewives should watch this show. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
I watched episodes 1, 2, and 3, I think.
I think it was like 1, 2. It is stinking hilarious, especially if you watch The Housewives, because It's
Yeah, I don't think you'd find it as funny if you didn't watch The Housewives to know who they're making fun of.
Well, I think that's what makes it the best. Is it is funny in general. I'm just gonna like do a little bit there. Sorry. Just move the mic a little bit. It's very funny. I saw immediately characters that,
Except for one you didn't get, and I had to watch the show and be like, that's who it is.
Well, no,
the British one. You didn't realize that was Lisa Vanderpump.
I don't know if that's Lisa Vanderpump.
I still think it is.
I'm not really sure.
British. She's making out with her dogs. How's that not Lisa Vanderpump?
I don't know, because could be Sonia Morgan. There's a couple of them.
But I think they could be a combination of a bunch of different housewives put into one.
Well, they have so they have them broken down. Like, so there's Veronica Vander Von, which is the one that you're saying could be more...
Even her last name, Von Vander Von.
I know.
Come on.
That there are certain little things.
Look at outside now.
I know, I see it. It's
even
crazy.
Worse. Sorry. Well, you got to scream about cookies.
She's the cougar, but see, this is the thing. She's the cougar, which could also be like a Sonia type thing. So she could be a combination.
I think they might have combinated.
And then there's Crystal Simmons, who is the religious zealot, who they're saying is done after Alexis Bellino of Orange County.
I haven't gotten to her yet in our
But
rewatch.
she also has a sister who is Amanda Simmons, who is the drug addict, former child star, who was in like prune juice commercials and was like a freak. So those two remind me of Kim and Kyle for sure. But based more on the Alexis Bellino's, whatever her name is, character. And then there is Shauna Medici. She is the bankrupt overspender, which everybody equated to Teresa.
Yeah.
Because she has like the temper. And then there is Fifi Reed, who is the entrepreneur who is very reminiscent of Phaedra Parks on Atlanta. And then there's Tawny St. John, who is the trophy wife.
She was the only one that we couldn't figure out.
Yeah, the only one that I could have said she was maybe like...
She was the one with the dying husband?
Yeah, we thought maybe like it could have been like Erica or
you were saying PK, right? Or no,
yeah,
somebody else.
Or
no, PK you were saying was the other guy.
Yeah. I mean, but they're saying that there's some characters that remind us like a little too much of the real cast. Like they're saying Carolyn Manzo was one of them. I don't know who they feel she would have been. Phaedra Parks, like I said, Sonia Morgan, Alexis Bellini. There's a lot of them that were very reminiscent.
It couldn't be too many new ones because this show was kind of old, right?
Yeah, this was 2014, so it definitely is. But like they just do things like where they get into like huge tiffs over telling each other to calm down. Like little things become like the biggest fights that they have, and it's just like hilarious. They're not talking to each other. They do a whole scene where they get together to have lunch to tell each other they're not going to be friends with each other, and it like escalates to everybody's not going to be friends, but they're still going to hang out and they're just going to have a great time. I just recently discovered also that there is a Real Housewives of Real Hotwives of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited for that too because I can't wait.
And I think some of the other cast that they have in this show is on that show when I was looking at it. Like I think they're playing different people, but yeah, I think so. Which it also has like a pretty, good cast on it too.
Yeah, some of them I don't know who they are, but some of them I do.
The one who plays the religious one, I can't remember the actress's name. She's from The Office.
Yeah.
I think she played Angela in The Office. Yeah. She's really funny. She also was in Miranda Sings had a TV show and she played her mom on the show. She was really funny on that too. She's just genuinely because she has that like soft spoken and then she says something totally absurd. Absurd. There you go. And you don't expect it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's discuss what we're going to be watching in this upcoming week.
Oh, Snapping Dragons.
All right, you pulled together. I'm going to go off my list. No Kung Fu next week. They're skipping a week, I think because it airs on Wednesday and then Thursday's Thanksgiving, so CW never puts any shows out on Thanksgiving week ever. I don't know why. Just put something up. Abbott, I'm not too sure about because I was looking into Abbott and weirdly enough, as for Abbott, I was only seeing episode 10 and not episode 9. And episode 10 is until December, so may or may not have an Abbott next week. And then I'm going to start Girls 5 Ever. And I may give Breaking Bad a try because I kind of want to watch one comedy, one drama action kind of show. So I may give it a try because I'm still being harassed in my personal life and I can't take it anymore.
Oh my God, yeah, it came right back again. Somebody, the person that's doing this harassment came back and...
I take him to go see Black Panther and he harasses me on the car ride there?
Totally check
What the hell is this? And then also, I'm going to do Pitch Perfect Bumper in Berlin. I did see the other 3 Pitch Perfect movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it because, well, Sarah Hyland's in it and Jamila Jamil is also in it. So I like them both. So I figure...
I thought that's who that was.
Well, yeah, she kind of is... It looks like Jamila Jamil's character is like an even more exaggerated version of Titania and She-Hulk from the ads. I'm going to just test it out. I'll see. I think the whole season's coming out all in one, but I think it's only 6 episodes. So I don't know because, Thanksgiving is upcoming this week and our family invited us to come over. So, they're going to take some days away from my watching time. I think that's pretty much it. If I end up finishing Girls 5 Ever, I guess I'll probably start Grand Crew. So just be ready. I may just throw that in there too. Because Girls 5 Ever, they're like 10 episodes, 20 minutes. So you can breeze through these all in one day. Like, they're a literal binge watch. Okay, what are you watching?
I don't know, but I'm so excited. I'm seeing so many things coming back. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, obviously my Days of Our Lives is always there. Clearly, I just got to pay better attention because I thought they weren't there.
Fake fan right here. Dollface.
Do you want me to say Breaking Bad to you, yo?
I just said I'm actually going to try it.
Yeah, okay. Call Me Kat is, there's another, now I'm caught up in the episodes that are being released. So now there's 7. I'm going to try this Gangs of London. I'm not really sure about it, but I'm interested.
The hell is that?
It's...
Where is it even airing?
When does it air?
Where?
Amazon Prime. So I have to see.
Oh, it's a UK show.
Yeah, I do. I love me those UK shows.
She loves anything that's a UK show or a Spanish show as well.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
You give her some subtitles or dubbing, she'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. But I don't know. I'm debating. I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. I also have...
Raven's Home?
No, it's because it just pulls up anything that you said you watched at one point. Below Deck, the original with Captain Lee is back tomorrow.
I think he just celebrated his birthday.
So, happy birthday, Captain Lee. I do love me Captain Lee. So I will be watching Captain Lee on Below Deck tomorrow. And Dancing with Stars, of course. There is still a Below Deck Mediterranean. I think there's 1 left, so I'll be
not
finishing.
Doing the adventure.
I don't know. I want Captain Lee more than the adventure. I'll give the adventure a try just to see, but I don't think it's that same premise. I think it's a little bit different because I think I saw something one time about it, and I don't know. I'm not too sure. So of course we're watching Andor together. Kardashians.
I don't think Abbott's this week. I just checked my TV time.
It says 10 days.
All right. As for what we're watching together this week. You said Andor. It's the finale this Friday. We're going to post our episode. We've posted the last 11 episodes already every single Friday. We may replace it with another show. You said you wanted to do Stargirl or Batwoman or something.
Would be nice to finish it.
Maybe we'll do a conjunction because, let's do it. Actually, let's do it because we got to get rid of HBO Max. It's going. We're going to just, listen, the Netflix bill. Disney Plus is increasing. We got to save money. HBO, you're gone.
Yes, gotta go.
So Veep for me is definitely on a hold now. And then also this week for Housewives, if you've been watching our OC rewatch, we did season 1, season 2, season 3. And this Saturday, we're going to put 4 and 5 together in one whole episode. And that's going to go up on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to post season 6. Because we're going to start doing double uploads of them. Hopefully, otherwise, we're going to be all the way in the new year. We'd like to get it done before the new year. Especially because we think they might come back before the new year,
Yeah.
As far as that, we don't have any other separate shows coming out. At the end of the month, though, we are going to do, we mentioned this in the beginning, our Anne Hathaway filmography watch for her 40th birthday is why we're doing this, in case anybody was wondering. We're going to watch her top 10 best movies, and then we'll rate them or something. I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure it out. And that's pretty much, I think, all we have watching this weekend. Make sure you follow us on Instagram on We Watch It All, though, because we post a little thing saying what we're, officially going to watch for this week. And, also follow us on Instagram because we may say, we're changing it, we're not watching this, or we're just going to start this on our Instagram stories. So, gotta make sure you do that. Also... What? On Wednesday, we put up our Black Panther Wakanda Forever episode. So make sure you check that out already. It's already up, and you can go and watch it. That was our first ever movie review. How fun and exciting.
Yes, I was taking notes in the movie, and...
I look over, and the movie ends, and I go, what are you doing? She goes, I was taking notes. I didn't know we were taking notes on the movie.
We weren't. I was just for the bad memory that is me.
I don't have a great one either. So as soon as I got in the car... we're in the back seat and I'm writing down my notes feverishly.
My nephew's asking me, well, what were you doing?
You're just lucky there was nobody in the movie theater with us.
Man, you couldn't see what I was doing anyway.
No.
It's fine.
All right. Well, go ahead and give this episode a 4 or a 5 4 if you think we have to improve, at 5 if you know we're going to improve. You might as well just leave the 5 because you can't change your score, and we are going to improve. And make sure you subscribe and follow our podcast. Whatever yours says to do, just go ahead and do that.
It's just follow. They all say follow, I believe.
But if you're on YouTube, you're subscribing. And make sure you turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on an episode. If we put a secret episode out, you don't want to miss it. And if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Leave a comment telling us how we can improve.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Nobody wants an evil comment.
No. And I think that's all. So thank you so much for listening and or watching. Say it.
Oh, Hannah Montana, look it. Hit the button.
What?
Hannah Montana.